Good morning. Good morning. I'm just here waiting for a coworker. I usually pick up my coworker from work. He works the same place. I pick him up from Waukegan, but I was going to share a story. This was a story about my daughter about back in the summer of 2023. I was going to post it yesterday, but I didn't have time. I forgot all about it. So during the summer months, it got a little weird with my daughter. True. This truly happened. She started trying to, I don't know if she was getting into like witchcraft. She started dabbling into it. So during the summer months, my sister and her were having a lot of fights and stuff. And I had to break up the fights. But what she was doing was, she was putting circles or binding spells around her car, which was weird. One morning, my sister came and got me. She had put like a giant circle, and it had like different scribe words and stuff like that on it, and it was kind of scary. And I didn't think too much of it. I just thought, people go through a phase and stuff. And at the time, I think Alex was like getting into like different things where she was talking to, I want to say she was talking to like a group of girls. She would talk to them every morning, and they would talk about like different types of stuff for manifesting different things and how to use protection spells and putting like, I think one time I was over here in the conversation, but they were talking about different things here and there. She'd come upstairs and I would overhear some of the conversations. She would talk to like three or four different girls randomly, and it got weird. Like one day she was putting like eggshells on a front porch. I don't know if it was just for luck or whatnot, and it had got really weird because I had to like go sit down and actually talk to her and ask her what she was doing was right. And I went downstairs to her room, and it got weird. She had a pentagram, and I don't know if it was in a marker or whatnot, but she had wrote it a pentagram on the wall, and I thought something was going on. And at the time, I had went over to her mom's house, and I talked to her, and I thought it was something going on. So my mom didn't want to talk to me at all, so I ended up just going back home. Okay, I'm going to continue the story. I had to pause it for a second. I dropped off my coworker. But anyway, so to get back to the story, I had stopped by her mom's house, my baby mama's house, and I was going to ask her, did she know what she was getting into? And my ex was like, I don't want to talk about it. And I was like, well, Alex is having some issues or some problems, and she was just like, I don't want to get involved in it. So I ended up coming back home, and I tried to sit down and talk to her for a little bit about what she was getting into, and that she was making a bad vibe by the house, like giving us bad juju. Because anytime you start messing around with spells and stuff like that, you get into making a bad atmosphere into the home and stuff like that. And I was trying to sit down and talk to her, and then she started getting pissed off at me for saying anything. And she was just like, hey, she's like, did you know I talked to your mother? And I was like, where's this coming from? She's like, yeah, your mom passed away, right? I was able to talk to her spirit and stuff like that. And it got kind of creepy, and I was just like, yeah, my mom passed away a long time ago. I was like, her soul is rested. I said, it's kind of inappropriate to bring that up. I was like, she got into like this big conversation, like she talked to her spirit and she was still around, but it came out real creepy. So I didn't want to get into the conversation with her, and I just kind of like shut down, and I just kind of like, who's this person? Why is my daughter acting like this? It got really weird this summer months. And like I said, she had been doing a lot of dabbling here and there, and I think this was like a couple months later. I want to say a little after the end of July, and this was a lady had came to our house, and my brother Tori had introduced her to everybody by the house, even me. And I remember, like I said, she was this lady that he introduced me. She was kind of creepy. I want to say, I'm not sure what her background was or nationality. She might have been Haitian, but anyway, she had a real creepy vibe. When she came up to me, she's like, "Come, let me feel your energy." And I was like, "Yeah, okay." And I felt, because sometimes, certain people, they have a certain vibe, and you feel how they are. And I felt like it was a lot of like negative energy or something bad. But anyways, she kicked it with my brother for like a week, and then she kept coming to the house like every couple of days. And part of this story with my sister, my daughter, it got weird. So anyways, she hooked up with my sister one night, and she came by early morning, and my daughter was, I think she was washing her car one morning, and she got to washing her car, and the girl came by, and they end up going to her house. And this is where the story gets kind of creepy. So Alex told me that when she went to her house, she said she was learning how to make voodoo dolls with this person. And I'm like, the story got creepy. As soon as she said making voodoo dolls, I was like, what? But anyways, it had got really weird. So she stayed at the girl's house from like, I want to say it was like 8 or 9 in the morning. She didn't come back home till like 4 or 5. And I remember this day of when it happened. Alex's baby daddy, Aaron, was looking for her, and he couldn't find her. And she ended up coming back home probably like 5 or 6. And she said that the girl tried to abduct her. It got real creepy. She said that she thinks that the girl was trying to sex traffic her. She said it was 2 dudes in there. They had started smoking weed, and Alex said that she was partly high, and the girl was trying to hook up with these 2 guys, and she said it got weird, and then she ran away from the house. And she told us the story like the next day, and her baby daddy got mad, like, you just don't leave your daughter and go to somebody's house you don't know. She's like, people, they'll take you and stuff like that. And Alex said that she was trying to make voodoo dolls, and I told her, I said, you need to stay away from all those witchcraft and spells and stuff like that. I said, that girl, when she came over, I said, I had a creepy vibe about her. I said, she looks like she's into some weird shit. And I said, you know better. I said, I didn't raise you better than to be going to somebody's house that you don't know of. And I want to say like a month went by, that creepy woman came by the house, and she was like, hey, is your daughter there? And she said something, I left my card with her. And I was like, well, what card did you leave with her? And she's like, I left my, I'm trying to remember what type of card it is. This is the card for, when people pay you, I'm half asleep right now. I can't think of the name. It's a name that we know when people pay, another person. I can't think of the name of it. Like, you have like a special card, and they'll say, put it on my what's the name card. But anyway, she came over and said, yes, my daughter has my card, and she's wondering if she has it. And I said, well, she's downstairs asleep. I said, I'll let her know you came by. But she was awake, but I didn't let her know that she was awake. I just said that she was asleep. She left, and then I told Alex about it, and Alex was like, she's trying to set me up. She wants me to come back to the house, and she probably wants to get me involved in some more of that weird shit that she's into. She's trying to set me up, and I kind of made sense. And I told Alex, I said, you be dabbling with all that witchcraft and all that stuff. I said, these are the type of people who get involved in witchcraft and stuff like that. And you got to watch out for, and what you be in practice and stuff like that. Because I said I got a church background, Baptist and stuff like that. Certain things, I'm spiritual. I believe in certain things. I believe in respecting other people's religion. In terms of, like, if you want to follow what you want to follow, I have no problem with it. But when Alex was messing around with some of that stuff, it get kind of scary, And she said that girl that came over, she left her Cash App. That's what it was called. It was a Cash App card, and she was trying to set her up by having her get it. And this was the weird part of the whole story was she left the Cash App card on the seat where I was talking to her at. And Alex said something like, see, I told you she's trying to set me up. She wanted me to come back to the house. And I said, yeah, I think that's probably what she did. I forget what she did with the card. She didn't take it back to the girl. She kind of like took it and threw it in the lake or something. And I just told her, like, be careful who your friends are and people that you meet. Because, like I said, you can't trust nobody nowadays. I'm like, everybody is weird as shit. They into some weird shit. You don't want to get caught up into the weird stuff. But to get back into Alex's story, she still talks to all those girls online. And like I said, she was doing a lot of stuff with the eggshells. I kept finding eggshells under the carpet mat in front of the house, and I told her, like, to stop doing that. I said, we don't need no bad juju in our house. I said, I like to keep our energy free, because I told her, I said, I don't dabble with certain things. Like I said, when you start messing with spirits and conjuring things up, if you don't know what you're doing, you're going to conjure the wrong thing, basically what I told her, But like I said, she's been pretty tame the last couple months. Like I said, she still talks to all those girls and stuff like that. I don't know what they be talking about. A lot of times she'll come up and then she'll be in this long, heated conversation talking to 2 or 3 other girls and stuff. But that was probably one of the weirdest things that happened to me during the summer months of 2023. But I had to share that story. But I'm almost home. Off today, so I'm just gonna relax and chill out. I'm supposed to go look for a TV because my TV's having issues. So I got like a black line on the TV, and I had the TV for like 8 or 9 years, so I know it's time for a new TV. But let me go ahead and get off of this. I'm almost home. I just wanted to share this story because I thought it was the weirdest thing that happened to me during the summer months of 2023. I was supposed to make the video yesterday, but I decided to make it today since I'm driving home. But that's about it. Go ahead and get off and call it a day today. I am pooped out. I'm going to get some rest today.